This is the Sim Pit. I'm Michi Hoyer, and this is an iRacing Porsche 911 GT3 car race around Monza. So, despite the fact Sean is away for vacances and takes a few days off to reimburse some energy on him, doing more reviews, doing more live shows, doing the Sim Pit news, this channel is not completely that, obviously. So we take control of it for a little while. And there will be probably a bit more racing and driving videos right now, rather than real reviews or any kind of news shows. Whereas John Hill is going to replace Sean Cole next week, definitely. But still, we have a lot of things going on, so this is going to be a much more evolved setup show right now. So we're gonna work on the setup, we're gonna work on the car, we're gonna work on our lines, and in the end we race this car. And I had 2 races on this car already, and they were done pretty bad. Like, the first one I got shot around, the second one I did a little kind of mistake, so in the third attempt I actually want to have a real redemption race, feeling happy in the car, feeling happy with the set, feeling happy with literally everything. So right now, I take out the car quite soon. Hello Wolfgang, thank you for joining. And hello all the other guys being here, joining us from all over the world. So we're taking out the Porsche 911 GT3 around Monza. At first I was like a little bit, alright, you really want to race that car around here? And meanwhile I think it's quite fun. It does not feel actually that bad or that weird as I thought it would feel. So the top guys are lapping low 51s in the race pace and even 50s in qualifying. I feel quite pleased with the current setup. However, I still have some thoughts on it, or I still have some wishes on it, which need to be changed. So right now I'm just trying to fiddle myself in for the current conditions, get myself ready to feel the car, then work on the setup. Hey Broken Sticks, hey Wolfgang. And with that being said, it like takes another 2 or 3 minutes until the race session opens, and we already join the room with other guys there. I feel like I could have a lot more nervous rear end. Maybe that would help. Hey, don't be daft. I'm sorry. I think the audio should be fine now. And I really, as I said, I want to have a total different look at the car right now. There's 2 kind of setups I can have right here. Just quickly want to save that and then want to load another one to really see and feel the difference on it. Oh, is it Wolfgang? I really underestimated Nicky then, because he's such a freaky guy, always doing a lot of weird stuff on his streams. So I was like, is he really going to do a proper comparison between those sims? But as it stands, or as Wolfgang actually insists, which looks like that is the case. Oh, Dave, you have to be careful when comparing lap times, because there is a lot of change in conditions when the track temperature is different. Alright, definitely have to give it a look then, that comparison there. the big one, you're hating the track, or you hate me driving on that track? Oh, this setup tends to be a little bit too loose to me. Like, the setup I now got is very nice when it comes down to cornering. But I think it's just a little bit too twitchy. Or it's just me needing to be a lot better on the paddle work. James, no, there is no new face cam, it just has maybe another field of view compared to the one on my layout. Just a bit too twitchy, really, just a bit. I pretty much decide that from taking the cars out, so now I was on a set that is really twitchy. At least it feels like that to me. And if I go on the other setup right now, I just want to have a quick look. I mean, you know, you look at certain values. I could maybe turn up the toe in. That would probably make the setup a lot more stable. But I don't want to save the current set. I just want to load my personal set. Maybe readjust some things. So get in the toe, get a little toe in, out, so to say. Get the toe out a bit away at the front as well, and other than that keep it, because right now my personal setup lacked a little bit of turning momentum, whereas the other car had like a little bit too much. So I'm now trying to take the middle of both, coming from the more stable set though. Thomas, it depends on the weather. Like in the other race I just did with a 36 degrees, I was lapping low 52s. And maybe I can still show you in this practice session right here that this is valid. I mean, the optimal is pointing to low 52, but I think I can do high 51. This car is just a bit more bouncy, but it feels more stable. So, if I may come back to the question whether I decide on it's the setup that's bad or it's me that is driving bad on the car, I pretty much let the lap time decide that. because right now I'm not doing a lot of things different than before. It's just that the car has a lot more stability, so I can give it a lot more full throttle, carry a lot more speed without losing the rear end. As you can see, this is pointing good on the lap time pointer. Car is a little bit more twitchy than it was in the other sessions before, so I achieved exactly what I thought I would achieve, like increasing turning momentum, which costs a little bit of rear end stability, obviously. But now we just see what we can do on the lap time. Wait. The big one. So a bit twitchy corner would be more toe in. It depends where. I will come back to that question. Yeah, rip. Oh yeah, James, the Nordschleife is very terrifying. So yeah, usually I would say the more softer the the front anti-roll bar, the more speed the front axis can carry throughout the corner. However, on this car, it's a bit different. Like, you have to have a specific stiffness of the front anti-roll bar to make it work good. Yeah, I started to brake right on that bump. To make the rear end stability better, you could either... I mean, there's different reasons for it. If you like run out of suspension travel, you may want to simply increase the rear ride height to give the suspension more travel before it hits the end of the spring and then becomes extremely stiff. Your suspension could either be too soft though, like it's being too much load in left and right, and that means when the weight is left and then the weight goes right, and if that changes too quickly then your rear end is too soft, makes you spin as well. If it's too stiff, you do not have any grip at all, just right with the turn and the rear end goes, is not able to carry any weight throughout the corners. So there's needs to be a very close look into what is causing the actual oversteer or the actual rear end to be twitchy. There's a lot of reasons, and then you have to counter steer those. But usually more usually more rear toe in is a help on the rear end stability, and a little softer rear anti-roll bar. Right now it's the stiffest anti-roll bar available built in the car. So as you can see, I've just overdriven the car a bit, but anyway, we keep it at that moment. I think the general setup I had was better. So after adjusting for that race session, definitely need to rework on the numbers a bit. Then I can tell you also about this settings I mainly use in order to balance the car. Yeah, don't be drafted is very right. You can't say, like, if the rear end is twitchy, do that. This works only to some extent because it's the overall setup that is causing that balance, or this imbalance, whatever you want to call it. Yes, exactly, the big one. What you actually do on a setup work is, if you have an issue, which could be solved by 4 or 5 different options, you literally try the first and do trial and error. If it works or if it improves the situation, you go another step forward on that one. If it does not change it at all or makes it even worse, you're gonna go back and go for another option, and you do that so long until you feel perfectly alright with the setup. And as you say, the big one, that actually could take a few hours. But this is how setup work is done, mainly. Thomas, this answer is as simply as it could be: money. As I was forced to get a new wheel on, I was planning to move houses and rooms, so I've now signed, or I'm now doomed to leave my room here in April, so I had to save the money, so I was just getting a cheap solution in. And right after I will have moved, I'm going to have a new wheel, or I'm going to go for new equipment. So right now we're back here on the current setup, and yes, this toe in is positive right now. Means that the tires are looking a bit towards each other, just in addition to the camber, and this obviously makes the car having a more stable configuration. I do not really know what to change though. Let's give this one a go. Right now, 40 degrees track temperature. Guys are doing... Janne Hautamäki is doing 151.7, so he is a really quick guy. And Mikkel Gade, the guy that's currently in P5, I had him car contact. How? In the pit lane, I thought teleporting is available. That is, yeah, broken netcode at its best. So the guy, the Mikkel Gade in P5, he's doing a 53.2. He was racing with me in the other room, and in the race I felt like being slightly faster than him. So if he is doing a 53.2, we should do around the same. I want to have Redemption Race so badly. Oh, rip me. What I always say is a more expensive or more high quality or more technically advanced wheel doesn't make you a better race driver or doesn't make you a faster race driver. It just gives you the opportunity to improve or to make more use of your skills. Like right now I have a certain amount of feedback from the force feedback on the wheel. If I would have a direct drive, maybe there would be even more force feedback or more feedback from the actual car. So what you do then is that your skill you have to make use of the feedback of the car is being triggered even more and is given more resources to actually perform. So that is the way high quality stuff contributes to your driving. Like on a load cell brake does not make you a better braking driver, but it enables muscle memory, so such stuff does not happen. Hey Joe McDonald, thanks for joining. As you can see, Mikkel Gate now is in a 151.5. Some guys into the 50s. He's in Ascari chicane. Yeah, don't be daft. I think so too. So we're coming around 151.8. P5 currently. See whether we can have improvements. Yeah, well, okay, it won't necessarily make you faster, only if you can, like, extract the extra information out of the feedback from the high quality equipment. Yeah. This car is fishtailing a bit too much though. My liking. Whatever did I do on the setup? Let me just my setups. Low car setup. That should help me a bit. I think it was not too bad as well. I'll be right back in a second. Alright, our session is ready to join. So I think what I have right now on the car is working a tiny lot better than anything else we had before. Yeah, what I've heard a lot is as soon as the car wants to kill you in any corner, it's probably the best setup you can have. However, I do not want to be, or I don't like being killed in any corner. Ludo drifting, I will get a real simulator or a real rig to put a simulator on as soon as I moved houses, as soon as I saved enough money from my day-to-day job, and as soon as I got possibility to get the equipment in. Right now I can't do that, but I will move houses in a month. So that will be the point of time when I get new equipment as well. Or when I can really start spending, saving the money for new equipment. Right, we're sitting in the number 16 car. So I think again this is the secondary split. And I want to get a great drive around some corners to estimate the rotation of the car. I'm working as a company consultant. Like in Germany, you have different kinds of subsidy programs. So if a company do some research and development, you can get subsidy from the German government for inventing new technologies. Those projects are called governmental subsidy projects, and I some sort of work with the companies so they can make those projects. Oh, it's twitchy. I felt like it is the toe-in. The rear toe-in is what I think took away the stability there. So, quick look into the entries. 16 car out of 20. Top split then, though. Cool. Anyway, getting ready for qualifying then. So the next equipment is, well, I thought about having a wheelbase from Fanatec, like 2.5. I heard that they have quality issues though, so I will have a deeper look into that. But I was definitely thinking about a Fanatec wheel with a Formula 1 rim on it. I love Formula 1, and that Formula 1 rim just looks gorgeous. I'm definitely needing the button box. I definitely want to have alloy rig, so a very solid one. Looking for some good pedals, so I think load cell brake, maybe not hydraulic. Whereas I think the hydraulic can simulate more stuff on the brake. So I will have to rethink about that. You know, in the end, it's a matter of money and a matter of willingness to invest. You know, I mean, you can spend like 15,000 on a proper simulator, or you can spend like a good 4,000 and have just like more or less similar equipment. So that's a decision that needs to be taken. Don't be daft, meanwhile I think the setup is pretty much okay. All that is missing now is a good lap from me. But I'm trying to do that right now, so here we go. Pretty much. Oh, what I do not like about direct drive wheels is that they can break your rim. I haven't looked at the track temperature, to be totally honest. The car feels good right now. So first lap 151.8. See if we can do better. Once again, this turn 6 there. Don't get the loss of control, damn. Already an incident. Yeah, 6. I will be moved backwards quite a bit now. So yeah, quickly looking at some questions there. Yes, one excuse definitely is the parents. Yeah, I'm on a single monitor setup. You know, here's the point. I don't want to have too much things that being able to distract you, like having input lag, having screen lags, having like, you know, a TI 1090 that runs on 80% clock occupation just to support your triple screen, and you're not making really use of it. So I'd rather keep it simple and not having distraction on it, and just being pretty much alright with it. This is what I prefer the very most. Having a rig that just gives me excellent performance, which my single screen is doing, which this G29 is doing. You know, you do not have to own a Fanatec to be real quick. And obviously the parents thing is a fact, because my mom just literally said, alright, you're not going to get a solid rig in here before you move out, right? So have to deal with that. Yeah, Borg, as I said, it's a decision on money. Do you want to have a Botner? Want to go with Heusingfeld? Is Fanatec alright? Do you go with Rigmotech? There is a lot of suppliers that have good pedal sets out there. Thank you very much, Thomas. Still P7. I'm not too happy, to be totally honest. Looking at track temperature, 42 degrees. The lap time, I think, is not that bad. I'm not sure whether I'm sitting in a top split or in a secondary split. I haven't really guessed at it. Looking at it is more a second split. And I'm sorry, I missed a message from SimRacer. Yeah, it's the Porsche Cup car GT3. So, or as you can see, Porsche 911 GT3 Cup. So I think it's the very same car. Go sitting on the grid. Have a look, P7. Right. Take down the fuel. The big one, you're absolutely right, or in that case, Sean is absolutely right. You know, I'm thinking a lot in the Pareto principle. It's like investing 20% of amount to get 80% of quality. Be like I'm thinking like an economist, really, quite a lot. Don't be daft. To be totally honest, I have a double screen setup. 27-inch and 24-inch, and I got a GTX 970 as well, but I can't run it maximize quality. And you really want to have that, or you know, right now the stream takes away a lot of performance from the card as well. But anyway, I'm now trying to focus to get in a good start and get in a good race. Right, here comes the lights. Ah, damn, I stalled it. Could have been a much better start. Uh-huh. Oh, sorry. Too twitchy. Come on, this P3 is definitely in charge. Thank you there, Wolfgang. Parabolica will be important. Four times contact, another minus on the license already. This track is so bad because literally no corners. It's gonna end in tears. That was a dedicated move from Pavlich. If I wouldn't have gone wide on that turn 4, Pavlich would have just shot me. I would bet $15 that Pavlich will take us out. No joke. There we go. Another 4-time on the license. Thank you. Exactly what I thought. This is annoying. Where should I have gone to? Another 4-time incident because I was tapped. Damn. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Because I had to give so much way otherwise for contact them now. Cutting another car on the back. Already picking my line. Let's see if I can get a little bit of draft. I need that draft badly from Martin, but he's already out of it. Nothing I can do. Don't get wide, Michi. Aww. No, that was not clever. was close. Oh, Michi! For God's sake! Yeah, I scrubbed too much on the front tires there. How can they be so quick through here? This is annoying. Yeah, good job. Yeah, contact, great stuff. That's how you do it. I need to get away from needing constantly defending. This is what really slows me down a lot. Yeah, start your flashing lights. Stupid kid. Why not the big one? Shall I not talk about Dutch people? So I have 9 out of 17 incidents. I'm sitting in a C-class race. I do have an A-class license and I'm probably about to lose it right here. because right now I think my safety rating will drop below 2. And I mean, you cannot even have clean races here, and because Monza has not really much corners, you'll lose a lot. This can end in tears what's happening there at the front. How did they not crash into the wall? Too much airflow on the rear wing. Too less, I'm sorry. How can they go so quick through that last mode too? 3 laps to go. Whoever that is on Alan Jones' account, I hope it is a joke. I hope it is a joke. I'm not even sure if this holds out to the last lap. Oh, brakes, Michi brakes. Yeah, that gives some contact and I need to yield time. Given away a secure position. That was not clever, Michi. Not at all. Yep, that was a dive bomb. But a quite aggressive one, I agree. So that will come back, I'm sure. But I won't let it affect me. Back in P5. Yeah, right now I just realized I probably could have done that on the other car too. I probably was just too stupid to realize. I will expect a shitstorm of him, or at least a message saying, "Hey dude, are you serious?" Are you serious to chase me now? Idiot. Sorry for the language. I'm sorry guys, I quickly have to check something. Alright, I would like to give that 5th place to Alice Jones and his family. So it appears to be true that Alice has just passed away on Tuesday. So Patreon Simply Pickroom member has gone. And I think our thoughts are deep with his family. So Mr. Jones, Deep condolences from me on behalf of Sean Cole, also known as the Simpit host. Um, Deep condolences to you, to your family. Wish you all the best. Wish you a lot of power, a lot of yeah, a lot of good input to get over the hard time, and I hope you will somehow deal with it. And yeah, feel free to always join us. Feel free to always keep the spirit of Ellis with us. So once again, this P5 definitely goes to Ellis Jones and his family, and there's not much to do. Oh, there you go, report. All right. Else to say to this, but anyway, I quickly jump out this room. Only thing I'm wondering whether this was the top split or not. To be totally honest, if 2:15 is the real result now, that is what just happened. I was racing in the top split. Can't believe it. Came 5th in the top split. Best result I ever had. Definitely. Thanks for all your support in here. Very sorry to hear what I just to read what I just read. So again, big condolences, and thank you very much. I think pit crew will light the candle tonight, and I hope you guys are staying focused. Take care of your loved ones, and I hope to see you back racing. So this is Michi Hoyer. This is the Sim Pit. I see you out on track.